What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Underdog Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Nolan skiing alongside Antonio Fiore, Sal Estrina. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Great.
Very good.
You did the look at each other.
Always.
We're ready.
Always.
Ready. Battle ready. War ready.
NFL ready.
NFL ready. Because, what else are we going to talk about? NFL's the only sport that's, making headlines right now, I feel like.
Because all the other sports are staring at each other, waiting for one to make a move. I feel like
NASCAR comes back this week.
Well,
That's
we know they
no
didn't
fans.
do well with the iRacing, considering that.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
What's his face?
Kyle Larson.
Kyle Larson, yeah, the little incident that he had.
Yeah. Now they're doing
Did you see on Twitter? They were like, he forgot he wasn't on Xbox Live.
Oh, my God. He forgot he wasn't in MW2 lobby.
Oh my God, that one got me.
Yeah, they're gonna do 7 races in 10 days. All at I'm pretty sure all at Darlington or Charlotte.
Who cares about NASCAR?
Nobody.
People are gonna watch it now though. You're gonna be like, whoa.
I'm
what's
not.
this?
I'm not. I am sports deprived. I haven't watched sports in 2 months. I might watch a little NASCAR. I'll watch a little NASCAR, but I'm not watching 500 laps.
I'm watching NASCAR.
Oh yeah, the 500 laps. I'll just throw it on in the
Circle
back
the wagons.
That's so lame.
But then the last 10 laps, it's the first race of the year too, so you'll know. There's crashes. And that race is gonna end with a lot of crashes.
So I'll watch a Daytona 500 for 10 laps or something.
Oh
like
no,
that.
the last 10 of a Daytona is.
But all right. So what about the first 490?
Yeah, nothing happens.
Yeah, nothing happens.
You see a guy take the lead, and then it doesn't matter because he has to pit soon.
Maybe someone blows a tire. Maybe.
That was me yesterday.
You blew your tire yesterday.
That was
That
unfortunate.
sucks. I
I got home. I at least got I took lunch, and as soon as I got home, the tire was blown.
But your spare tire didn't blow?
No, I just told AAA to take it over to the body shop or to Ford.
Still the worst day of my life.
Nolan was not happy coming home from work one day, and he got a nice little flat tire as I was sitting here. I got here at 7:15, and it was almost 8:30, and then I call him. I'm like, "Is everything okay?" He's just pulled over on the side of the road, no tire, tire blew up.
Took me an hour and a half.
and then donut blew up after the spare tire blew up.
Yes.
After.
No fucking way.
Yeah,
Took me an hour and a half to change my tire, and Kevin helped me. And then I'm on my way back home with the spare tire on. Get about halfway home, I hear and I just stare at the ceiling. I was like, this is just the worst day of my life, and I just accepted it at that point. And I pulled over, and then Sal started calling me, and I was like, yeah, I'm doing my best.
AAA driver saved his life.
Yeah, Sal saved my life with the AAA driver.
I had one flat, and I got it going into high school, and then we go to change a tire. I said, yeah, I have a donut in my trunk. Open up my trunk. It's
There's
not
no
a donut.
donut.
It's a fucking tire. Spare tire.
Wow.
Luckiest day.
Nice.
One other story. Speaking of going into high school, I think it was the second morning of my senior year of high school. I went to turn into Enfield High, and there was a car stopped here letting me go, and a motorcycle goes around the car that let me go as I'm turning left, and I came this close to just absolutely demolishing some dude on his motorcycle right before, at 7:15 in front of the high school.
They're crazy.
I couldn't believe that.
Who's riding a motorcycle at 7:15 in the morning?
Right?
A guy that's about to get hit by
A guy that wants to get hit by a Ford Focus. That's the answer to
He was probably mad that you didn't hit him.
I think he flipped me off. He was like, "You stupid boy." I was like, "Really? You were the one who went around the car."
Yeah.
Anyway,
NFL news. We're gonna get to over/under wins. What we think is a good bet. What do we think is a bad bet? How many wins we think each team will probably get, and what playoff teams we think. NFC, AFC championships, Super Bowl predictions. We got. I want to talk about the Deshaun Watson thing on Twitter from yesterday. And what was the other thing we were going to talk about? There's one other thing that I'm missing.
did you say?
Oh,
baseball?
schedule. We're going to look at the schedule.
Oh, full schedule.
Yeah, full schedule. First, the Deshaun Watson thing. So for those of you who don't know, yesterday on Twitter, I think it was Doug Gottlieb. What is his? How do you pronounce that name?
Yeah,
I think you got it right.
Yeah.
Gottlieb. He was emphasizing a take that someone else had about how the Bears are racist. They didn't look at any other QBs in 2017, how they didn't look at any black quarterbacks or anything like that. So basically saying that they're racist, and that's why they took Mitch Trubisky. And then Deshaun Watson kind of doubled down on it, quoting it, saying, yeah, the Bears never talked to me once. But then in the thread of that, someone dug up the YouTube video of the Rich Eisen show in 2017 before the draft, where Deshaun Watson called in and said that the Bears had called him and talked to him. So basically he got caught in a little bit of a lie there.
Just seems like a weird story for Deshaun Watson to
Unless he was lying to Rich Eisen about which teams called him, but I don't understand why you would do that.
Yeah, there's not really a reason at that point.
There is and there isn't. If
If you'd already been drafted, then whatever.
I mean, like, if you don't want to say like, hey, a team hasn't called me, or like some team in the top
But he could have just he listed like 12 teams. He could have just not said them.
Technically, I'm not saying like I'm not agreeing with you, but I could see a reason why he would be like, oh yeah, like the Bears talked to me, because the Bears did have a top 3 pick, so it's like, all right, maybe someone maybe this helps me look better in some way, or I can like make a move up the board in some way. I
could see that, but like I feel like it's very unlikely. Why am I losing my voice? I feel like it's just very unlikely.
I just don't get the whole I don't get this story. Like, I don't get why he would do this.
I don't understand why this is coming out now, but it's like, can't you just look at the fact that maybe the Bears just whiffed?
Teams do it.
I mean,
teams
they
whiff
whiff
every
hard.
year.
They whiffed really hard. I mean, like, honestly, I would be conjuring up any excuse to overlook the fact that we whiffed too, but it's like...
Realistically, their GM should get fired for that.
It's like, bad draft pick, racism. I think I would take the bad draft pick route.
Bad draft picks happen every single year, and that's just one of them, and that's a really big one. But we get really big ones every few years,
and it's like
so it's nothing really to...
If the Texans whiffed and Deshaun Watson ended up being bad, would we say that they whiffed? Like, yeah, we probably would.
Yeah.
And Mitch Trubisky was good. We'd be like, wow, Chicago looks like a genius for doing that. But it's like just the opposite end of that. And they have literally been fighting off this story, I think, since 2017. Like, since they took him, everyone was like, what the fuck?
Seriously.
Because he hasn't performed to what they thought he would be. So
I mean, if you take someone with a top 2 pick and trade up, you kind of have high expectations.
Remember last year when it came out that he was the most bet quarterback to win MVP?
That was gross.
Like,
you're putting your hard-earned money on him?
I don't know. Chicago really likes their team. They really like the Bears.
The Bears.
Da Bears. So I thought that was an interesting story.
I thought it was just like, I just don't get.
It's one of those weird things.
It's just like, what is Deshaun Watson thinking? Like, he is he bored? Like, what?
He probably just shouldn't just not said anything.
I feel like it's just much easier and not.
I mean, he's probably seeing that on Twitter every 5 seconds now about how he actually said, "Yeah, Chicago talked to me."
Yeah, so now he probably feels like an idiot.
Right.
Either way, if he did lie about saying. Like, even if he did lie about Chicago calling him and they actually didn't, like, both ways, you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
Because now everyone thinks that you're lying. I don't know. All right, moving on. Let's go to the schedule.
Want to do
Schedule?
NFC, then AFC?
Yeah, we can do that. NFC. I think the notable matchup for week 1 is the Saints versus Buccaneers. Drew Brees versus Tom Brady. What we should have got in the Super Bowl with the Rams and Patriots. What we should have gotten.
What we should have gotten probably for the last
Brees versus
2
Brady.
years.
We're finally going to get to see it. So I'm excited for that.
In the dome, where Tom Brady loves to play. I think Tom Brady is yet to. I could be wrong about that. He might have lost one game in there, but he's won at least one Super Bowl in there.
Oh yeah, I think
he might have won 2.
Was it the?
Was New Orleans? Was that Seattle?
Yeah.
No, I thought
that was Arizona. That was Arizona.
Oh, that's right.
And then Houston was the Texans Stadium.
Houston is the Texans Stadium.
Oh.
You mean the Falcons Super Bowl?
Jesus.
Yeah.
What was the Rams one? Was that New Orleans?
Yep. I'm pretty sure.
I thought that was Minnesota because remember everyone was mad about.
Oh
no.
Yeah, Rams was New Orleans because Minnesota. That was when they played the Eagles.
Yeah, and everyone was pissed about how cold it was.
That's right.
Because they went to Minnesota in February.
Well, also because I remember the whole thing about Minnesota's in the NFC Championship game, home Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it was the Rams.
It was the Rams. Yes, we were right.
Okay.
Because
other
Broncos
NFC.
was like San Fran.
We have Seahawks versus Falcons. That could be pretty interesting. I feel like that's always an interesting matchup is the Seahawks versus the
Yeah,
Falcons.
they always play each other hard. It's always a good game.
They do play each other tight. I feel like anytime Julio plays them, he has 200 yards. Yeah,
to
you could
see
say that against any team.
I don't think
too.
they ever play each other in
Todd Gurley
Seattle, though.
making his Atlanta debut.
I'm excited for that. I think he's going to be really, really, really good.
They could end up having
It
a
is
pretty
in
good team
Atlanta
next year.
too. Like the game is in Atlanta.
He's having 2 touchdowns and 200 yards first game.
You think so?
Mhm.
I don't think so.
I like that. No, he's having a big first.
He's having a huge game.
Arizona versus 49ers. Do we like that matchup? Week 1?
I love the matchup. The Cardinals are a huge question mark. They feel like the Browns of last year, honestly. They feel like they have a lot of hype, and they got a new, nice, shiny new receiver. And
They're going 6-10.
I think the only thing is like Arizona, I think will actually live up to expectations this year, other than the Browns.
so I want to start on the NFC West. I want to see what is their over under for this year, because I'm actually interested
Who?
in the Cardinals, because
Arizona?
I have no clue where they would even place that.
5.5 maybe.
7.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, right. I knew it was gonna be higher than I would have said 6.5 or 7.
Because they got DeAndre Hopkins now.
I don't care. They're going 6-10.
You think so?
They're going 7 and 9.
I think they're gonna go 9-7.
I'm gonna take a slight under. So me and Antonio say under on that one.
I say over on that. Mark it down on your calendars. Let's see what other NFC Week 1.
Well, we got Cowboys Rams.
Open up
Cowboys
the
Rams
new
is
LA
the
Stadium.
Sunday night game.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we like in that game? I mean, I like the Cowboys. I think the Rams fall apart this year.
Nah, the Rams win that game.
I think it's a little
Rams-
soon for predictions here. But
Yeah, I if I have to give you a gut feeling now, I would say the Rams probably win that game.
I don't know if I have a gut feeling now.
Way too early.
I mean, I'm obviously going to say the Rams because I despise the Cowboys, but things can still happen.
I don't know.
Here, we'll do the schedule after. Let's go through the over-unders first and then pick our games that we like.
Okay.
What do we got for stick with the NFC West? We'll go through that whole division. I'm gonna start off.
Who do you want to know?
Seattle. We're gonna go through
Yeah,
team by
just go through them
team.
all.
Seattle 9.5. That's like
I-
right where it should be.
Yeah, I like it over, though.
Okay.
Under
Ooh.
9 and 7.
Wow.
I can see them going 8-8.
They feel like an 8-8, 9 and 7 team. I don't know. I watched that team and I'm like, how did they win these
Because
games?
like last year, like
I just don't know how they win these games.
it's
like,
Russell Wilson.
It literally is
They
just
won
Russell
ugly, but
Wilson.
They still
They
won,
they have like the Patriots game plan. Like they keep it close, and then their defense right in the fourth quarter just decides to make a play like every game, and then Russell makes one play, and they ended up winning by like 4 points. They love that.
All right, who's next?
Probably the 49ers.
49ers 10.5.
under.
Sal thinks that's icky. Oh, Antonio thinks it's icky too.
Who else? What's the other team in that division?
It's the Rams and the Cardinals.
Oh my god! By default I have to take over. I'm gonna say like 11 and 5.
Young team. I think they really weren't supposed to be
I
as
just
good
have
as they were
such a
last
weird
year.
feeling that they
So they're
do
only
take
coming
a
back
step
with more
back.
confidence.
I just hate the whole Super Bowl handover thing. Every team that loses a Super Bowl has a bad year the following year.
I think this is the year that breaks.
I hope so. I think San
'cause I don't
Francisco's
think
really fun to
because
watch.
the 49ers I feel like weren't supposed to be there to begin with. They had some really good leadership. They had some really they're still a young team, so I think that they could go at least 11 and 5. So I'd take over.
All right.
I think 9.5 is actually a really good number because part of me wants to say I could totally see
10
this team.
10.5.
Oh, it's 10.5.
10.5.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll take the under because I think where I'm gonna pinpoint them this season is either 9 and 7 or 10 and 6. I like Seattle to win the division.
I just think like they have they just have the horses like everywhere. I feel like at every position. Like I'm not like the biggest 49ers fan, but you look at the defensive line, it's like they have studs everywhere. Like You look at the secondary, while like Sherman's getting older, they added bodies throughout the draft and they signed a couple people. Like they're a team that has room to like they have staying power. Like Garoppolo's could be really good. Like he didn't play great in the Super Bowl, but like he has the ability to become probably I could honestly say a top 10 starter in that.
I mean, yeah, he's a winner. That's
If he stays
no doubt.
healthy.
If he stays healthy and like really develops around the weapons that he has, he could be a top 10 quarterback. So it's like that team could stay around for a while. And
How long do you have though to develop? Because he's not too far from 30.
I mean, how many years has he really? How many full seasons has he played as
One.
a starter?
I
One.
think one.
So
Well, he's been in the league a while, so it's not like he's a young quarterback.
I kind of feel bad for him because of that too.
he just doesn't have the reps. That's his problem. I feel like the more he plays, the better he's going to
Yeah,
get.
I think he showed that last year. I think it was like the more the season went on, the better he got.
Mhm.
So
The
the Rams. I
Yeah,
think
like-
it was
8 is my
I
guess.
think they're at
8.5.
8.5.
I'm taking the under.
What do they do good?
I could see them going 6-10 this year.
No, all right. Let's talk about this. What do the Rams actually do good on the football field?
I think it. I mean, just rush the passer. Really, that is like the only thing that I
Like their secondary realistically is not that good. Their linebacking core is not that good.
Brandon Cooks is gone, right?
Brandon Cooks is gone. They're playing Josh Reynolds as their wide receiver 3.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
It's not the best thing in the world.
I do love Cooper Kupp.
I
though.
do love
Cooper Kupp is
and
great.
I do love Robert Woods.
Who's the running back?
They
Darrell
drafted
Henderson?
one.
Oh, they drafted one this year. I'm going under. They're just not good.
They're just not good.
They're just not good. The Rams are not a good football team. I can't tell you the worst NFL game I've watched in a while was that Rams Steelers game this year.
Oh, yeah.
Jared Goff could not move the ball. It was actually like hard to watch.
They paid him way too much money way too soon.
They got happy feet after they got to the Super Bowl.
They have absolutely no expectations.
It's a little bit better
so
that they got Todd Gurley off of there, but it's like
But at what why though?
They
Why?
They really don't have much expectation.
I don't think he
That's
has much
why
left, to be
I
honest.
like
The
the
one place
over.
you like the over?
Yeah, I'd like them to win more than 8.5 games. I think they'll end up being a playoff team this year.
The one place I actually like Todd Gurley is Atlanta, just because of the Georgia.
And
thing.
I do.
I
agree
think
with
that is like-
anywhere else,
he's going to
it's
be
like-
great in Atlanta. I think they're going to have a good season. We'll talk about
like that always happens. Like he's gonna go back to his hometown. They're gonna be like, all right, like Todd Gurley in Atlanta, like playing in front of his family,
The
blah,
Georgia
blah, blah.
boy.
In the Georgia Dome, like this
I just
and
feel
that.
like he's brittle though.
He's gonna have games where he puts up 200 yards this year.
I think he has one or two games that is like wow, and it's like I think the rest of the games
he's not going out there and winning.
And
MVP,
what if
but
this
he's having a
time
good
he
year.
isn't brittle when the playoffs come?
No, I don't.
Well,
think
they're not
making
even making the
No,
playoffs.
they're not making.
Oh.
the
All right,
We'll
let's
talk
talk
about that
NFC
after.
South.
Okay, Atlanta. Did we say Atlanta already?
No,
7.5.
under.
Okay, so we're on NFC South and we're doing Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
I really got to think about this because
I think they
God
might
damn.
just win. I think they might win 7.
That division's too tough.
I think they might
that
go
division.
7
Oh
and 9.
god, the division's so.
That has 7 and 9 right
Like
now.
I want to say that they're going to be good so bad.
7 and 9 last year.
They did, and they started off 0-6, which is why this is tough. And I think Todd Gurley is going to put up some numbers there, but it's so hard to put him at over with that division.
So what are you doing?
It's 8.5, huh?
7.5.
Or 7.5. They're going to go 8-8, so I like the over.
Okay. What do you think? You said under.
I said under.
What do you think? 5 and 11.
6 and 10.
Okay.
But they start out like 4 and 2.
Well, who else? Who do we want?
They
now?
love that.
The Texans.
They're like, whoa, the
Or no,
Falcons are
we said
3-0.
NFC South, right?
The Buccaneers. Good old Tommy B.
Tommy B 9.5.
Over. That's the easiest money you can ever match.
Yep, that's over. They're not winning the division.
That is
That's
Nine
over.
and a half, bro. That they're going 12 and 4.
They may go 14 and 2.
9.5 is stealing.
Is it though?
It's stealing.
It could totally go.
They could totally go 9 and 7.
But I think 9 and 7 is the worst that they can do. So if that's the
I
worst
agree.
that they can do, I'd say take the over.
That's so stupid.
Lastly, who do we have?
The Saints.
New Orleans. Well, we haven't done Carolina yet either. So whatever one of those you would like to throw out there.
Carolina Panthers 5.5.
Over. 6 and 10.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you know why it's the over? Because they're winning 6 games.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. That 5.5 just seems too low.
They'll win a couple games they shouldn't. McCaffrey will be
Yep.
really good in one. Teddy B will be solid in 14 out of 16 games.
New coach.
What
What is it? Reich? Is that his name?
Rule.
Matt
Rule.
Yeah, from Baylor.
Matt Reich. Who's that?
Frank Reich.
Frank Reich.
Colts.
Colts. All right.
Watch
Matt
out!
Rule.
Watch out for that team to play spoiler during playoff runs, like really late in the season.
Oh, the Panthers. Yeah, definitely.
I could see that. That's a good take.
Saints. Whatever it is. Under.
Saints 10.5.
Under.
Over. They're winning the division.
They're going 7 and 9.
That just can't happen. I mean,
Yes,
unless
the
the
Saints
whole
this year.
team gets injured, it's the best roster in the
I'm gonna
NFC.
take the over because I think they're gonna go 11-5.
They're going another 12-4, 13-3. One of those again. The Bucks are gonna have to sit in second at 11-5 or 10-6.
Let's go to. I'm gonna go to the low end of because they have it organized from least to most.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Bengals 5 with Joe Burrow, young receiving core, Mixon running back. Under.
They're
Their
terrible.
defense sucks. Their offensive line sucks.
I want to take the over on this so bad.
I wouldn't. They're going 3.
Yeah, I want to too, but
They're
I
going.
just
They're
wouldn't.
going 3-13.
They might win 5. It might be a push.
They're going 3-13.
I could see 5 happening, but I think the smart
6
thing to
might
do
be-
here
might be
is
too much. That might be a little too optimistic.
They're going 3-13. They're gonna have a couple games where they play good teams really close, and then they're gonna end up drafting someone really good in the first round next year, and then their team's gonna be really something to mess with the following year. They're gonna get someone really good on defense.
What do you think about the Jaguars? 4.5. 4.5. So
Over. Barely.
Okay.
Barely.
We got
That's such a gross team.
We got Redskins
No,
at 5.5.
no.
they just
Under.
keep draft.
Give me the under.
the Redskins?
No,
The
give me the
Jaguars?
under for the Jaguars.
Oh.
The Jaguars,
Really?
they're the worst franchise. They're going to
They
England.
drafted another defensive player.
They're going to England in a year. That's going to be their home stadium, Wembley.
That's gross.
The
I
London
don't think
Jaguars.
They're not going to do any international games this year, I don't think.
That would be pretty stupid too.
Yeah. We don't even know if they're going to play at all.
This is all
We're doing all this based on a maybe.
optimism.
Yeah.
Hey, you got to be optimistic.
I mean, they're ready to start the season anytime between when it's supposed to start in January 8th or something like
they'll
that.
play whenever.
So,
What did you say about the Redskins?
It was 5.5.
Yeah.
that's a good number. These are
Yeah, these are pretty
that's
spot
why
on.
these people have these jobs, because they're really good numbers. When you say 5.5, I'm thinking 5, or I'm thinking 6 for the Redskins, because they have a really good defense. I don't think Dwayne Haskins is very good at all, but
Oh, that's an easy over. Ron Rivera's there.
yeah, that's
an
defense
easy
is
over.
something to mess with.
I love that actually.
Okay. 5.5. Dolphins at 6.
Over.
Let's go. I love the Dolphins. With Tua at the helm now.
Under.
Well, I mean,
Under.
do you still think that they'll throw Fitzpatrick in there a little bit?
Oh, of course. It's gonna happen at some point.
Maybe to start the season.
He's got to show his face every season, so you know what's gonna happen.
He'll be in there at some point. You're right.
We'll see that beard pretty soon. This, I think, is the easiest money that you could possibly make. And it's Jets at 6.5.
Over.
Under.
Over. The
Right?
easiest over.
Right?
That's the easiest money you could ever make. They went 9-7, and Sam Darnold had mono.
Did
They
they
went 7
really
and
go
9.
9-7 last
7
year?
and
9.
They went 7-9, and he had mono.
What I like Sam Darnold, but what's he got? Their offensive line is bad. Le'Veon Bell's kind
The
of
Jets
like a toss up in
the
the
Jets
air.
love being right around 500, dude.
Oh yeah,
That is such a Jets thing to
hold
do.
on. What'd you say? 6.5?
Yeah.
6.5.
Okay, 6.5 is low.
Like 7. They think
Yeah,
that's-
I was
they think
gonna
that's
say-
7 wins.
The impression I got from you guys is over. They're making the playoffs. No, they're not going to make.
They're not going to make
they're
the
not gonna
playoffs.
make the playoffs, but
7.
they're gonna win more
7
than
and 9, 8
6
and
and a
8,
half
9
games.
and 7. They're one of those.
Yeah. If they went 7-9 when Sam Darnold missed 3 or 4 weeks
Yeah,
in mono,
that team needs more
something.
Yeah, more things for Sam Darnold to throw to, and maybe a little bit of blocking.
And they did stock up on the offensive line a little bit, so we could see an improvement there. Giants 6.5. Your team.
Under. That's free money.
Really?
That is
There's
the freest
their
money.
schedule.
Their schedule.
So
I looked at
tough.
their schedule today, and I
It's
actually
bad,
threw
man.
up.
Every single year.
They're
it's
gonna
like-
they're gonna get boat raced by 40 every single game.
This is what it's like playing in like the NFC though. It's like you're trying to have an upstart team,
Ready?
and then
All right.
you're like, oh, you're going to this division to play this team. Then you're going here. It's like, oh my god.
Here we go, Giants. Play the Steelers opening night. Like, maybe win. Okay.
Steelers suck early, so they're probably gonna win that game.
Giants week 2 play the Bears in Chicago. I don't know about that. They play the 49ers week 3. I'm really not sure about that.
Yeah, no, they're losing that.
Like,
Holy shit.
hold on, I'm just looking up their schedule. It'll be way easier. I was looking at the whole schedule. I'm trying to find each individual game.
I have like some belief in me that like
All right, ready?
there's not gonna be another really bad year, but this might
You're
be
telling-
this might be the last.
You're
really
telling
bad
me
year.
I have to find 6.5 wins on this, or 7 wins on this schedule.
It's hard. It's hard to find.
Steelers. I'm not going to say yes,
coin toss.
but sure, we'll give you one. In Chicago. I don't think so.
Another coin toss.
I'll give you 2. Fine. I'll even give you that one. 49ers. Nope.
Nope.
No.
In LA
Nope.
for the Rams.
No.
I don't think so. In Dallas.
No.
No. Home for the Redskins. Sure, we'll give you one
Sure,
there.
3.
Sure.
At the Eagles Sunday Night Football. I don't think so.
They don't. No matter how bad Philly is,
They do
Which
like
I don't
playing good
think
on
Philly's
Sunday
going to be
night,
good this
though.
year, but they don't play good in Philly. They never play good in Philly.
They're gonna win this game at home against Tampa Bay. They're winning that.
They
game.
have to.
They're winning that.
They
game.
love beating Tampa.
Redskins at the Redskins, not winning. At home against the Eagles.
Yeah.
Coin toss.
Bengals. Okay, I'll give you the Bengals. They're not beating the Seahawks.
Oh, we're at 6.
You're at 6 right now, but I gave you the first 2 wins. I'm not giving you the Seahawks. I'm not giving you the Cardinals. I'm not giving you the Ravens. I'm not giving you the Cowboys.
You're
And
not
then-
giving me the Cardinals?
No.
Is that a joke?
No, I'm not giving.
Not giving
Cowboys
them the
at home? Like,
Didn't you
This
guys
Giants-
Didn't you guys get boat raced by the Cardinals last year?
Yeah, we
By,
we
like,
talked all
30?
that shit about the Cardinals. No, I picked the Cardinals to win that game. And you guys were like,
yeah.
oh, you give me shit about a West
Oh,
Coast team
I remember
going
that.
east.
Yeah,
and
they beat the
ended
shit
up
out of
winning.
them.
They won by like 30.
okay.
So
I don't-
so I gave you
I
guys.
just-
Hold on. So
The
listen.
team is not good, but it's not nearly as
Hold
bad
on.
as it was last
so
year.
I gave you guys 6 wins, and I gave you the first 2 wins as probably not. So I see no way that I think the freest money is Giants under. Case closed.
All right.
8-8.
Lions 6.5.
Who cares?
Seriously.
But
Under.
we always talk about how they always go 9-7.
You have to say over.
So
No, I don't wanna-
say over.
Oh, that division's kind of like that division can be really good, but it could also like be atrocious next year.
Under. Matt Patricia.
Yeah,
Matt Patricia's a bad head coach.
Yeah, he is. I don't like them.
I think he gets
anywhere near the
canned this
over.
year if they do bad. If they do under 6.5,
I don't want
he's
them to
getting
be
canned.
over because I don't want them to be good.
They're not gonna be.
I'd say they go 8-8, so I'm going to take the over. Cardinals at 7. I think we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I like the over.
Like the under, they're going 6-10.
Okay, this one was surprising to me. The Chargers at 7.5.
Over.
That might be the freest under ever.
Under, but barely.
No, that again, that division's too good. I forgot about my other team.
The
in that
Raiders
division.
at 7.5
Under.
in the new stadium.
Oh, they're in Las Vegas.
In the hometown.
Over.
They're
What hap-
they're
what
coming
happened
in.
the last time a Vegas team was new?
That's 3 extra wins.
They're coming in
Over.
last place.
Over.
I was thinking that 6-10. They're immediately 9-7 because they're in Vegas.
They got Mariota, which might light a fire.
Are
in
they
there.
gonna put him in?
No, I think that was purely to like spark something in
Derek Carr.
in Derek Carr.
What is Derek Carr gonna do? Be like, I'm so mad. I'm Derek Carr. Like,
Dude,
he just throws 5-year checkdowns. That's all he does.
dude,
That's all he does.
I still have faith in Derek Carr.
You love Derek Carr.
I do. I think no.
Hold on. I need a 30-second timeout from this.
What?
I'm like excited for Jared Stidham. Don't get me wrong. Like, I want to see Jared Stidham in a Patriots uniform. If it doesn't work out in a year, Dakota Prescott on my team, I would not be mad about.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, he'd be a good
I've been
Patriot.
saying this.
I
I want him on my team right now.
I think we said this last podcast, but like if we could finagle a way to get him, that would be.
I thought you disagreed with me.
That's
last
a
time I said
phenomenal
this.
No, I said like I wouldn't be mad about it, but like I wouldn't hate it. I'm warming up to it now because I honestly could see that. If Stidham's not the guy, I could see that happening.
Dak in New England is an
This is
incredible
what I said
fit.
before. I said if they go out and try to win, which is probably what they're going to do with Jarrett Stidham, they end up going 6-10, 5-11. They don't get Trevor Lawrence.
What are the odds the Cowboys just don't sign him? Are they really just going to say like we're not
I
signing?
mean, they could, but here's the problem though.
I don't. Yeah,
Dak
Jerry's
is putting
weird.
up this fight. Would they pay him that much? I don't think they pay him that much.
Not
No,
right
Jerry
now.
doesn't want to.
Not right now.
But if Dallas comes out and says, "Oh, we're not going to pay you," and he hits the streets, would the Patriots be able to get him for less
Well, here's the
if he
thing.
gets desperate?
I'm not saying Dak isn't better than Jarrett Stidham, but like I feel like they have a lot invested in Jarrett Stidham for this year, and it would be hard to just like bring in Dak after all this. Like I don't think they would.
I don't know. I guess it would be kind
Like,
of
it would-
harsh if they went out this year and like kind of sucked,
Just-
and then like because second-year quarterbacks always do way better.
Mhm.
But it's like, would they be able to wait around? I think Bill would be fine waiting around.
I just
Bill's gonna die on that field.
he's gonna coach until he's 100. They're gonna have the cryogenic head, just
Yeah,
like in the wheelchair.
and he'll have the tablet like held up in front of him.
All right, 30-second timeout over.
All right, but I love that you're coming around to that idea because
I'm
that's
warming
been
up
my
to it.
idea. A lot of people are saying Deshaun Watson. It's like, okay, but like I think Dak is an overall
you'd
better
take him.
quarterback.
Really?
Yes. Arm strength. He can run too.
Not
He can
arm
run like
strength.
Deshaun can.
I would personally want Deshaun Watson over it.
I would too. Deshaun's
I
way
think-
more talented. It's
okay,
just
I-
Dak's a little bit smarter, but Dak
Here's what I
does
mean by
not
that statement.
play well in big
You
games.
like Dak's like persona. You like
I think
you
he,
like Dak.
he fits way better in what the Patriots do.
You like Dak the quarterback.
I don't think Deshaun would fit as well as Dak would in New England.
No, Dak is the perfect ideal fit. I
He
feel
just
like.
doesn't and hasn't played well against winning teams.
Yeah, I don't know. I
That's
think they
the
turned
big
that
gripe
around
there,
this
and
year.
that's when Deshaun Watson's going to make it over
All
for
right.
me.
Timeout over. Broncos 7.5.
over.
Oh, over. They're not winning the division, but they're gonna.
going 10-6.
Oh yeah, they're gonna be right there with the Chiefs.
See, like I think 7.5 is kind of low for them.
They're good.
Maybe 8 or 8.5.
No, think about how good their division is.
That division is good, but then you took the under for the Chargers, and
I'm gonna take the under for the Chiefs, so that's fine, I guess.
you took the over for the Raiders.
Yeah, but I have to.
You,
I feel
you did that
moral
for you did that for
obligation.
fun.
All right,
I-
the Falcons we talked about.
The Broncos are an
Texans
over.
at 8.
No, I don't like the Texans. I'm sick of them.
It's 8 on the dot. I hate that.
I'm so sick of the Texans. Give me
because
the
they
under.
said they should go 8-8, right?
Yeah, they're literally doing
Bill O'Brien sucks.
over because they do it every year, and this will be the one year that they don't because I'm saying over, but over.
Yes, yeah, I think it's the under. They lost. They
I'm just-
lost the
I'm
under.
just
every
done
year,
with
every
them.
year, no,
I'm just
every
so
year they
done
start
with
off.
them.
It's the same fucking story with them. 1-3. We're 1-3. Oh my god, the Houston Texans suck. Oh wow, we just
6-3.
Well, yeah, we just won 5 games in a row. We're the best team. We're the hottest team in the NFL right now. We just beat the Colts and we just beat the Titans. And,
They were like 10-3 at one point last year. They were like, are you gonna get the 1 seed?
and yeah, they literally just beat the worst teams. And they're like, all right, now we're 10-2. It's like, where did this come from?
Okay, so you say over. I say under. What did you say?
Under.
Under 8. Titans 8.5.
Under. I don't believe in. What's his
Tannehill?
face? Thank you.
I feel like we've been fighting that idea, but
Who else is there?
I want to say over so bad.
Derrick
That's-
Henry wants to get an injury so bad that like like he does, like his quad's gonna hurt for 4 weeks, and then like the defense is gonna start falling apart.
Because that's my fear. That my fear is that when the season starts, they're gonna try and feed him too much.
What does Tennessee do every single year?
8-8.
No, they go 9-7.
Oh,
He said this on the podcast like a million times.
No,
I heard
yeah, I
every
know.
week.
I know, yeah, but they do it every year, so they're gonna do it again. Why wouldn't they? It's just
Well, that,
it's
that
just
would
a
be
matter
why it
of
was 8.5.
it's a
then.
matter of if you make the playoffs or not at that 9-7.
I still say under.
Okay. Because, I mean, Tannehill, after that big contract, he could be like, yo, mama, I made it.
Literally.
And then, like, just suck. So, I mean, I don't know.
Hey, Mom, I got these idiots to pay me $100 million.
I'm going to take the under. We talked about the Rams. Colts, 8.5.
Over. I
Over.
love it. Phil in his last season.
Oh yeah, he's gonna have. I think he's gonna have a pretty good year.
10-6.
That offensive line is so good. He's got a good.
All right, you want to talk about a
team?
team that's going to run it every time? That's a team that's going to run it literally every single time. Jonathan Taylor, oh no, JT Dobbins is your boy.
I still think Phil's gonna put up some pretty good stats this year, though.
I was going to say Jonathan Taylor's your boy, but it's Dobbins. You love Dobbins. Jonathan Taylor played really good in college.
Oh, yeah, he'll be amazing.
The only concern is
Him
like,
and Marlon Mack.
yeah, the only concern was like he carried the ball 400 times in back-to-back seasons as a college running back, but it's like you're not taking the beating you are in the NFL. Like it's not the same.
Yeah, but he's got the reps, though.
He does have the reps,
Absolutely.
but
He's probably got more reps than any other running back coming out of the draft.
100%. No, but people say that's a downfall because he's taken like as a running back.
I guess because you look at the
shelf life.
the shelf life of a running back, I guess so. But I think in college it really doesn't matter because college is all about preparing you for the pros. So as much college as you can get, I think is way better.
He's gonna be good. I really like that team. The only thing that scares me about that team is they got rid of Ebron, and it's like who is their second option? It's like
Yeah, I guess because Ebron was good for run blocking as well. It wasn't just his tight end catching abilities. It was
like T.Y. Hilton until he gets hurt, and then who do we have
And
after
T.Y.
that?
Hilton's
If Jack
brittle,
Doyle is
too.
gonna be good, then
I like Doyle.
I do like Jack Doyle.
I take it back then. They have a really good running. He's a really good run blocking tight end. So, yeah, no, running all the way with Mack.
he was
Taylor.
expected to have like a big year last year, but he was hurt, and then Ebron played out of his mind,
Ebron
so
kind
it
of
just
take over. I think Doyle probably has a step up this season.
2 years ago. 2 years ago, Doyle made the Pro Bowl this year.
Oh, he did, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, he was kind of like a quiet surprise for a lot of people. So I think he'll continue to do that. Browns 8.5. This might be the easiest under in my life.
Over.
No.
They want to go 10-6 so bad.
See, like I say that, but then I say what Nolan's saying too.
It's like, why is it 8.5?
Right?
Everyone loves the Browns, and then they just come out and disappoint us every single year.
What did they do last year?
Well,
Was it 6 and 10?
I think it was 6 and 10 or 7 and 9.
6-9-1. Did they tie a game?
Yeah, and they love tying games. They're gonna tie at least once.
Did they tie?
I think they did that two.
Did they
2
tie with the
years in a row.
Steelers? They tied with the Steelers, huh? Or am I thinking 2 years ago?
That was
again?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Last
yeah,
year they
that's
tied with
right.
the Cardinals or something.
They were 7-8-1. No, the Cardinals tied the Lions last year. Week 1.
So who did they tie
Hold
with?
on, no. I've said this before. The spread of that game was 1.5 for the Lions Cardinals game, and they tied.
Wow, that's so bad.
6 and 10. The Browns went last year. So are they gonna do 3 wins better than last year? Is the question.
No. If they end up losing,
Is
Odell,
Baker good? Like obviously Baker's not good, but like is he gonna have a good season? Like,
No.
He had one before. He had set the record for rookie touchdown passes.
8.5.
It's like if we look at this, right? They have a lot of similarities to the Titans in terms of their offense. They have a quarterback who's kind of underwhelming. We don't really know if he's good or not. And then they have a massive running back that they're just going to feed the ball to. But do you believe that will carry them to 8.5 wins?
They have a defense too. The defense just needs a little bit of discipline, and then they could be
We
an
don't
elite
need Myles
unit.
Garrett hitting someone with his helmet.
Well, their defensive coordinator is Greg Williams, isn't it? Oh no, he's on the Jets.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I was gonna say Greg Williams probably told him to do that.
Oh, 100%.
I'm gonna take the over, and I hate it. And
I'm
it's
gonna be stingy.
Oh,
It's
it's
the-
a horrible taste in your mouth.
It's the sucker move, but I'm gonna do it.
I am sick and tired of getting tricked. The Browns suck. They will always suck because their organization is so terribly run, and they're just going to be bad for the rest of time.
Browns are going 10-6 next
They've
year.
been bad up until this point. What, something's just going to change this season? No. It's been 100 years of them being bad. What's going to change? Nothing.
They'll play better.
Yeah, no. Okay. You hold on to that pipe dream. Bears 8.5. Did we talk about? No, we didn't.
Oh, under
8-8.
That was like so. Sal was so sad to say.
Okay,
No.
that might be the.
Like,
These two
that
might be
was
the
so
easiest
pity.
unders in my life. The Browns and the Bears.
Fuck Chicago.
Mitch Trubisky's gonna like play 4 games. He's gonna get hurt.
No, they're gonna play Nick Foles.
Oh, they're gonna play Nick Foles. Okay, Nick Foles plays 4 games,
So much
gets
pity.
hurt. Mitch Trubisky plays
Under.
4 games, gets hurt.
hurt. Chase
they'll have
Daniel.
some. Yeah, they'll have Chase Daniel come back, and he'll just freaking light it up for the last 2 games, 3 games of the season.
But only for 2 games.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the under on that.
All right. Steelers at 9.
Under.
Over.
Ooh. Big Ben coming back.
He's so
Yes.
fat.
He's so bad.
No,
He
he's
is so
literally
fat.
no,
That
he's
beard
literally
that he has.
You see
obese.
the off-season?
Yes, they literally said he's obese and he doesn't do anything.
He does 1 session of yoga and just drinks beer.
Is that a real report? Because I believe that.
No, that's. I think that's.
That, no,
is
he
that
does,
something
he does
that he said, or did someone else say that? They're like, his version of an ideal off season is 1 yoga session.
He is
and-
the fattest piece of shit I've ever met.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
he is.
He's
He's
so-
a 2-time Super Bowl champion.
He should be a 3-time Super Bowl champion.
Should he be?
They should have beat the Packers.
Oh yeah, that
They were a favorite against the Packers. I'm pretty sure.
That was a classic Super
Well,
Bowl.
yeah, the
Mhm.
Packers were like the last seed in the NFC, so
It's when Aaron
They went
Rodgers
on a
was
little
good.
run.
I'm.
Yeah, that is when he was good.
See, here's the thing, though. Why are the Steelers always like right there? Like
The-
last year, why were they right
They're
there?
just a team like that, though.
They're a,
So
a
is
gr-
it 9 though?
they're in a very well run organization that always has good coaching. Yes,
It's a push, but it's under.
I'm gonna say under. Yeah, I'd rather if it was to push, I'd rather push if I had the under than the over because I don't want to root for the Steelers. Fuck that. Wow, they have a lot at 9. Patriots 9. That's right where it should be. That's right where it should be.
Over. I'm taking the over.
You think it pushes 9 and 7?
I'm taking the over because all signs point to they think Jared Stidham's really good, and I trust Bill Belichick.
I think he's really good, but I've said this probably about 4 times in the past, I don't know, month. They're going to start off 2-5. People are going to say, because they're the Patriots, everyone's going to rush to say, oh, they're done. They're going to suck forever. And then they're going to win.
No,
4
what'll
or 5
happen is
straight.
they'll start talking about them tanking to get Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, they're
And
going to
then
win
they'll
4 or
start
5
playing
straight.
really
They're
good.
going to
And then
go.
they'll start playing
They're going to
really
go
good.
9-7, and because they're the Patriots, they're going to get lucky, and they'll get the last playoff spot.
So you're saying that they'll probably go second in the division then?
Yes.
Okay.
I have the over for all 3 NFC or AFC East teams so far.
Wait, he hates the one. He hates the only good one team in that
Honestly,
division.
I'm gonna say the under because I think it goes Bills, Jets, Patriots, Dolphins.
Really?
Yes. So wait, what was the Dolphins? I just want to make
6.
sure I'm not. So I think the Dolphins go 7-9.
So you think that
I think the Patriots go 7-9.
Jets go 9-7?
I think the Jets go 9-7.
Division's going to beat the division's going to beat each
Patriots
other
It's
up, that's
perfect
for sure.
segue because the Bills are at 9.
Under.
Over
Over.
all day.
One of the best teams in football.
They're going 12-4.
Will you bet me Tampa Bay Buccaneers record versus Buffalo Bills record?
Oh wait, yeah, no, they play in the NFC. Absolutely.
Really?
Yep,
What? So you think the Bills do better than the Bucks?
I do.
$50?
They play in a shitty conference, and that team plays in the best division in football and the best and a loaded conference, absolutely loaded.
$50?
Yeah,
All right.
50.
It's a good bet.
All right. I love that.
I think that might be the easiest over. I've said this so many times, but all right, Vikings at 9.
Who cares? Like, who cares?
Like they're gonna be good, but like, what's the point? Honestly,
Kirk in front of no fans. We've talked about this.
Oh, all right,
Over.
over. That's all I need. They're actually,
I knew that was going to do it for him.
They're actually winning the division.
over. But again, why does anybody care?
He might win MVP. I might bet him for MVP. Are you kidding? Kirk Cousins with no fans? That's a joke. That's
Okay.
like, I don't even know
So
what.
did we all say over? Okay.
Yeah, we did.
I wish I had a good comparison for Kirk Cousins with no fans. That's like, I couldn't even tell you.
It's like Michael Jordan in Game 6.
Is he gonna be Peyton Manning?
Like Kirk Cousins with no fans is just like
Peyton Manning.
That's like his dream. That's like literally what he's like. He sits there at night. He's like, dude, if
He was born for this.
He was like, dude, if there are just no fans at the game that yelled at me, like I'd just be so good. Like that's what he sits there and thinks to himself.
Like he'll sit there at night, like looking at the ceiling, like, wow, if there were no fans, I would be so good.
It's like this happened so Kirk Cousins could win the Super Bowl. I'm planting my flag right now.
Okay, I think that might be a stretch. That might
Vikings
be a stretch.
win the Super Bowl. I'm leaving the country.
That would
be
never
so
happen.
gross,
That would
dude.
never happen. But if it did, the world would be
For them to go down to Tampa Bay and win the Super Bowl.
A different place. Let's just say that. The
What
world
would be
a different
more
place.
2020 than Kirk Cousins winning the Super Bowl?
Well, it won't be 2020 in the Super Bowl, so that's the thing.
2020
It'll
season?
be
I guess
2021.
fair. It's the 2020 season.
Yeah, but like when
'Cause,
it
like,
takes place,
when we
that's
talk
the
about
important thing.
seasons,
that'll
you
be to
say-
kick off the year. So 2021 is supposed to be this fabulous year because we're supposed to bounce back, right?
The Patriots
And then
won the
Kirk Cousins-
2015
so then it's
Super
just the
Bowl,
Buccaneers.
but that happened in 2016.
What?
The 2015 Super Bowl. Or when the Patriots won the Super Bowl, it was 2015. But it was played in 2016. That's what happens. You say they won it for that year. So, yes, 2020 Super Bowl
Thank you.
is this year.
No, no. Still not buying it. Green Bay Packers 9.
Under.
Over, they're going to be...
The Jordan Love thing
Ugly
is
good
just
again.
unsettling.
That's just gonna drive Aaron Rodgers up a wall.
It's like what incentive does he have to like? He just doesn't care anymore.
He's not a guy. We've talked about this. He's not a motivation guy.
When
Like,
you said that, I thought that was a great point. I feel like he's not a guy who's just gonna do
he
that.
folds.
Yeah, he'll just be like, "Fuck you." Like he'll be like, "I
I've
don't
seen
care."
it time and time again when they were doing bad, and he just
Yeah, he liked some tweet that said something about Rodgers not like really giving a shit about them drafting Jordan Love.
he gives so much of a
Oh
shit.
yeah, no, he has to sit there and say that though. He's got to put on the front.
no, he's pissed. This is Buccaneers 9.5
over.
over. I don't have a computer anymore.
I thought you were gonna catch it like 3 different times and then it fell. I was like, no.
Seahawks 9.5.
Over.
Under. We said this one though.
We did.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say? That's so icky. I say they go 8-8, so I'm gonna take the under. Eagles 9.5.
Under.
Under. Don't do it.
Under.
Thank you.
9-7.
Okay, because we talked about
People
this.
think they're going to be like one of the best teams in the league.
That's
this year.
crazy talk.
I'm just not.
Carson Wentz is so bad.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
a
you hate
stretch.
Wentz. He's
You-
not bad,
You
but
love
he's
Dak Prescott
so
and you
bad.
hate Carson Wentz.
So bad.
As more time goes on, it's just Doug Peterson. It's just
He's not that great.
no.
The thing is, they're the perfect like NFC team where they come in and you just don't know what to expect. It's like one game you watch the Eagles play and they put it all together and you're like, this is why this team.
It's the
is
name
really
of the game
good.
for the NFC East, really.
But
All
then,
the teams.
but then they'll have games where it's like 3rd and 7 every drive and they don't get off the field.
Yeah.
It's like, what is wrong with it? It's like it's 2 different teams. That team is infuriating.
So yeah, I take the under. Cowboys 9.5.
I can't believe
Over.
the Eagles. Yeah,
I said
over.
they won 11 games.
Andy Dalton on the Cowboys back with TCU. He's a Texas boy, played at TCU.
But he's gonna be the backup. It doesn't matter.
He
Andy
is.
Dalton might be the most Texas.
The only way
name
he
I've ever
starts
heard,
is if
too.
they don't end up signing Dak and they just put him in the streets, which is not.
Does
gonna
Dak
happen.
hold out?
No,
He's
he's
not
no.
signing the
No, he's a
not signing the
quarterback.
franchise tag. He said that.
Yeah, but
Quarterbacks don't hold out.
no.
So what
he
is he-
doesn't hold out.
So then he's starting a new deal then.
Yeah, they'll end up breaking and signing him.
So then why are you
They
signing
don't.
Dalton?
They don't want Dalton.
I don't
Jerry
know.
Jones doesn't want Andy Dalton as the face of his franchise.
Okay, Jerry Jones
Maybe
doesn't want
he
Andy
does.
Dalton as the face of his franchise if he's bad.
he's bad.
No. He could go out there and light it up with that.
I don't think he
offense.
could light it up. I think he could get a couple wins.
Oh, he
because,
could-
People
like,
forget how good Andy Dalton was on that Cincinnati team, and I'm not saying he's a world beater in the playoffs by any stretch
no,
of the
I see what you're
imagination.
saying. He was a decent quarterback. I don't think he was anything
Think
special.
about the weapons that Cowboys have:
yeah, Amari, Ezekiel,
CeeDee Lamb,
CeeDee
Michael
Lamb,
Gallup.
Gallup.
Your offensive line.
Andy Dalton doesn't do it for me.
I'm not saying he's the best by any means.
I think he could. If say Dak does hold out for like 4 games, I think Andy Dalton can go 3-1.
he could go 4-0, and it's any teams.
I mean, I guess it depends. Well, they're playing the Rams week 1, so it's like
The Andy Dalton story would be so unexpected. That would be like the most NFL story of all time. Is Andy Dalton really lighting it up on the Cowboys?
I could so see that.
Right? Like,
All right,
And I
either way,
would
the-
so
either way,
hate it.
it's over 9.5.
I would so
Yo.
hate it.
All right, now we're in the top 4. So 49ers 10.5
I said over.
over.
I said under.
Saints 10.5 under.
Under you.
Over.
Under. That one's icky.
Come on,
'cause
Nolan.
I'm gonna say under because I think they win 10 games. Chiefs 11.5
Under.
under.
11.5.
It's a lot of wins to ask for. You're saying they can only lose 4 times.
They're going 11-5, so I guess it's the under.
Ravens are out 12.
11.5
Under.
That might be
Yeah,
an
you
over
just
for
you
me.
just don't bet
They might
over
go
on 11.5.
13-3. J.K. Dobbins rookie of the year. I'm still on that train.
Over. Yeah,
No.
they're good. Really
They're not
good.
winning 12 games.
I think J.K. Dobbins is like 100.
They're going to be
Wait, are the Steelers winning that division?
No.
No, not over the Ravens.
All right, so let's do this. AFC North winner. I'm kicking it to you because you want to open your big mouth, Antonio.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Ravens, but
But how he just wants it to be the Steelers. 'cause
I
it's
do.
quirky.
So
oh no, it's gonna be the Ravens.
Ravens?
They're gonna win. They're going 12.
Nolan?
They're 12.
Ravens.
the Cleveland Browns
No,
What?
they'll make the playoffs, but
are winning the division.
they're not gonna win the division.
10-6. Hold on, listen. They're going 10-6.
Ravens.
The
The
Ravens-
Ravens want 8-8.
The Ravens are going 10-6,
Ah,
and the Steelers are going 8-8. That is what's going on in that division. You heard it here first.
No. Ravens. It's gonna go Ravens, Steelers, Browns, Bengals, like it always has.
Browns, Ravens, Steelers, Bengals.
But I think the Browns and Bengals are gonna be way closer. Like it'll be like 7-9, 6-10.
Browns, Ravens, Bengals, Steelers. That's gonna be no.
AFC East. You obviously say the Bills,
I said Bills,
Jets.
Jets, Patriots, Dolphins.
Buffalo, New England, Jets, Dolphins.
New England wins the division. Buffalo, Jets, Dolphins.
Okay. AFC South.
Colts.
Yep.
Colts.
I say Colts, Titans, Houston, Jacksonville.
Flip it. Colts, Houston, Colts, Houston, Titans, Jags.
Okay.
Colts, Titans, Jags, Houston.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. AFC West.
Chiefs, Broncos, Chargers, whoever the last place team is. Oh yeah, the Raiders. That's a gimme. That's the absolute order. Not
Yeah,
even
I think
close.
it's Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, Chargers.
Close. Chiefs, Broncos,
the
Raiders,
Broncos are really
Chargers.
good.
And when you said Houston's in last place, that got me thinking, like, how hard does Houston want to go 4-12 this
They
year?
so bad.
4-12.
4-12 was the number in my head, Sal.
That means it's gonna happen.
As soon as you said fourth place, I'm like, they're going 4-12.
Yeah, that's so Houston.
No, their defense is so bad.
That means it's
dude.
gonna happen though. We know how good Antonio is at that.
No, when Antonio says a number like that, it's gonna happen. So I don't like that I said Houston second.
You said
place.
it, but it wasn't. You took the words right out of my.
But you were
right out of my
thinking
head.
it like when
Oh
I
yeah.
got-
I had to whip up the order for that division. I'm like, yeah, I'm really on Houston being bad next year.
As soon as, dude, I'm not even joking. When you said Houston last place, I said 4 wins in
yeah.
my head. All right. Anyway,
NFC South.
Tampa Bay wins the division. New Orleans, but they go 8-8, and then Falcons 7-9, and then Panthers 6-10.
Yeah, it seems to be widely known, not known, but accepted that it's going to be Falcons then Panthers in the bottom. It's just a matter of who are people putting in first place. I think New Orleans still is the best team in the NFC.
I think
so they'll win
NFL
the division.
insider people are putting the Saints,
Yeah,
but like everyone who wants hype is putting the Bucks.
Fair.
So I am a hype person. So Bucks, Saints, Falcons, Panthers. Maybe even Panthers and Falcons switch, but I think it's Bucks, Saints.
I think that Falcons will go 8-8 though. They'll play some teams tough. They'll play a little bit of spoiler late in the year, but if they suck and they're like really bad, then the Panthers could also be an 8-8 team, I think, at the end of the year.
NFC West.
Seattle.
Wrong.
Such like no.
I can feel it happening inside my body. There's like a fight.
Arizona?
No, not in second.
Oh.
There's like a fight happening about like,
Really?
are the Niners going to be great again, or are they going to take a little? Because I want to put the Rams there in second, because I don't think they're going to be shit. You guys hate them, but we got San Francisco's going to get second. Then it's going to be the Rams and the Cardinals.
I'd San Francisco winning. I want to. You know what?
Cardinals
Like,
just
no.
aren't going to finish higher than the
The
Rams.
the Cardinals
I
are
know you
finished.
guys
No,
like them, but they're just not
No,
going
the Cardinals
to.
are finishing higher than the
That's
Rams.
no.
Come on,
It ain't
so-
happening. They don't have a defense. They don't have an offensive line.
San Francisco, Seattle, Arizona, the Rams.
That's mine.
What are the Cardinals gonna do better than the Rams this year?
Win games.
Defense.
I think they'll be more organized.
Rams, offense.
They'll be more organized. Kyler Murray's on his second year. He's gonna be way better.
Special teams.
They have a new weapon.
Rams.
They have a decent defense.
They're-
Like not anything special.
The
They have a
Rams are
decent
just-
defense. They built up their offensive line. Kyler Murray's going to be more protected in his second
I
year.
have 2 words and 2 words only for you. Jared Goff.
I
Those
don't
are the
give a
2
fuck.
words.
He played good 2 years ago.
The Cardinals
And this
have
is
Kenyon
2020.
Drake.
Okay,
Listen,
and he played bad last year,
Cardinals
so
have Kenyon Drake.
we don't know. We really don't know.
No, the Cardinals on paper should be way better than the
All
Rams.
right. So, how would you feel if the Giants said Jared Goff?
Right now in his 3rd year, I really wouldn't know, because he had 1 good year, 1 really bad year. Last year he didn't even play really bad.
He played.
He
pretty bad.
played pretty bad,
He
but
played
he
pretty
wasn't
bad.
really bad.
Was
So
he-
it could really go both ways.
Whatever. Jared Goff is bad, dude.
All right. NFC East. So I was buffering. Go ahead.
Dallas, New York, Philly, Washington.
That is so wrong. It's not even funny. Dallas, Philly, Washington, New York. Dallas. I want to say Dallas, Washington, Philly, New York. Honestly,
So do I. I kind of like that.
I honestly,
I'm a believer in Ron Rivera.
Yeah, if they had an option other than Dwayne Haskins at quarterback, I
Honestly-
would say that they'd
honestly,
be
Washington,
pretty good.
Dallas, Philly,
No.
New York.
No, that's a little bit too
Their
much.
defense is really good. Washington's.
Chase Young is going to be a problem.
I know. I don't like that.
No.
My team's gonna have to deal with that over the next however many years.
Dallas, Philly, Washington, New York, but Washington is going to be right on the heels of Philly.
I like that. Because we don't know how much I hate Philly.
Yep.
NFC North is the last one. This one's icky too.
Vikings,
Packers, Bears, Lions. Like it is
Vikings,
normally.
Vikings, Bears, Packers, Lions.
No, I think it's Vikings.
Vikings, Bears, Lions, Packers. I'm making a statement.
I think it's Vikings, Packers, Lions, Bears.
So who are your 6 teams from the NFC, gentlemen?
Well, number 1 is probably going to be.
Get a look at this.
Number 1 could be one of 3 teams. It could be
just go-
Bucs, Saints, or Niners.
Go based on who you have. So your 6 teams are your 4 division winners, which are who?
Niners, Bucks, Dallas, and Vikings.
Who do you have coming out for the wild card for your other 2 teams that you like?
Probably Saints and Packers, or Saints and Seahawks, and then wait, what?
So you had
That's-
you had San Francisco, you had Dallas, you had Minnesota. Who was your other team that you had winning the division?
Did you say the Bucks?
No, so Tampa Bay. So that's 4, and then you have the Saints as a wild card,
Yeah.
and you have Seattle as a wild card.
Yes.
So you have no Green Bay,
No Green Bay.
no Arizona,
No Arizona.
and I mean
I think Arizona. I think like obviously Green Bay will be close. They'll probably be fighting with the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
I think Arizona will be right on their heels though.
Mr. Fiore,
Um,
your 4 division winners were
New Orleans. Then are we trying to do like seeding or anything, or we just
No, just throw out your 6.
Okay, so the Saints, the Cowboys, Vikings, and Seahawks. Then my 3 playoff teams.
Is it 2 or 3?
It's 3 this year. They're not adding the extra game yet, but they are adding the extra playoff spot.
So I'm guessing you're throwing in the Packers at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my 3 wildcard teams are the Bucks, Bucks, Niners, and Packers.
So I had the Niners, the Cowboys, the Vikings, and the Buccaneers as my 4 division winners. And then I have... I need 3. Okay. I have the Eagles. I have...
Yeah, but you said Washington though is gonna.
I'm going to say Washington, I think.
So over the Eagles then.
I'm going to say both of them, I think. I'm going to say Eagles, Washington, and I'm not saying the Saints. I'm not saying the Falcons. I'm not saying the Bears. I'm not saying the Packers.
He's saying the Cardinals.
I'm
Wow, that's hot, dude. That's a hot take. Not the Saints or the Packers.
I mean, Colin Cowherd talks about this every year. There's like 40% of the teams that make the playoffs in a given year fall out of the playoffs. So it's like 4 out of 12 teams that make the playoffs one year aren't making the playoffs the next year.
But those are like always the surprise teams, like the Titans. Like you could definitely see the Titans not making the playoffs this year. Like
sometimes, but not always. All right,
I need it was the Rams. Like I can't see the Rams.
I need my last wild card team. I guess I'm gonna say Seattle.
Okay.
I guess.
So AFC, my 4 winners I had Ravens, Bills, Colts, and Chiefs.
We're gonna be the same there. Sal's the only one that has a difference with
New
the
England.
AFC.
The other 3.
Oh, and Cleveland.
The other
that's right.
I'm gonna take the Steelers, Patriots.
You're gonna take the Dolphins. No, you're gonna take the Jets.
Nah. I should take the Jets though because I said that they were gonna do better than the Patriots.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so icky though. Fuck it, Jets.
All right, Antonio.
Bills, Ravens, Colts, Chiefs. Same thing as you. 3 playoff teams: Broncos, Browns, Pats.
All right. I have New England, Chiefs, Colts.
Ravens.
No, Browns. And then I have Ravens. I have Ravens. I have Broncos. Oh, I'm putting the Raiders over the Bills. I don't care. The Raiders are gonna make it just because they're in Las Vegas.
Okay. I
And
think
then
that just goes against everything we just talked about with the over/under wins, but we're totally contradicting ourselves. But
no, because
That's okay. No,
I
he said.
think I did.
He said the Raiders are going 9-7. I remember him saying that.
9-7 will get you a 7th playoff spot.
okay.
In the AFC, 8-8 might get
Who do we
you a
want
7th
the Who
playoff
do we want
spot.
the championships to be? NFC first.
I say it's Dallas versus the 49ers.
You gotta say the Bucks. Come on.
No, I'm not.
You're not.
I'm not.
All right, I'm saying the Bucks versus the Niners.
Because
Brady versus his childhood team.
You want hype? Give me Bucks Saints. Let's do it.
Yeah, but
It's probably not going to happen.
Brady
but
versus
please.
his childhood team
that's that. So that would be really scripted by the NFL if that happens.
happens all the time.
Which I wouldn't be surprised if it does. I just feel like Brady. I don't know. I feel weird. Brady's either going to light up in the postseason or he's going to have that game where he just looks like absolute.
I think he's just got to get to the postseason.
If-
If he
no,
gets
I'm-
to the postseason, it might be over.
I think he gets there, but it's that first initial game. It's like, what if he goes out there and just has a stinker? Like
He's gonna. I think he's gonna.
I could see him just
Chris
going
Godwin.
out this season and just being a stinker, but
that would be so upsetting if he just
with all
sucks.
those weapons, because it's like, okay,
Yeah, all this.
you were
hype for
begging for all these weapons
Yeah.
and now you can't use them.
Who do you have? I have Dallas 49ers as my call.
I said San Francisco. No, I did not say San Francisco. Tampa Bay and New Orleans.
Okay. AFC.
AFC, I'm gonna take the Ravens and Chiefs.
Buffalo and Kansas City.
It's a safe bet. He says Buffalo, KC.
I need a second to really think.
I think the Ravens are going. I'm not skipping ahead.
Sounds like
The Ravens.
the Raiders go on a big playoff run
The-
and make it to the AFC Championship.
The Ravens
Please don't say the Raiders.
Don't say the Raiders.
and the Broncos.
Okay.
The Broncos beat the Chiefs.
Sal's
That's
just full
cool.
of hot takes. Sal's
Yeah,
just
no.
throwing rocks.
The Broncos
at the
would
moon.
love to beat the Chiefs in a divisional round.
Mm-hmm.
Sal is throwing rocks at the moon right now.
No, I'm
How hard?
I'm seeing the board right now.
how hard are the
That's what's going
Broncos, Sal?
I'm
The
seeing the
Broncos are
board.
winning the regular season game in Arrowhead.
100%. No, they love
in the
that.
playoffs, and everyone's
And
gonna be like,
in a playoff
"Whoa."
game, one team that Kansas City, I promise you, does not want to see is the Denver Broncos. Just
I-
the,
Oh
can see
yeah,
that being a
absolutely
tough
not,
game.
because they're gonna be riding their ass the whole season.
and then I have the 49ers playing the Ravens in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Do the Saints finally make it this year?
That would be pretty cool. I don't think so though, because I think this is Drew Brees' last year.
Well, this is what I've wanted to see the past 3 years. Let's hope what happens. Saints and Chiefs.
Okay. I say Bucks and Ravens.
I like that.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like all my predictions aside, I would love to see the Saints just finally get there.
Yeah,
because it's
absolutely.
definitely Drew Brees' last season.
For sure.
He needs one more.
He already
ring.
accepted that like Monday Night Football
Yeah,
thing
that's right.
or the
Did you
CBS thing. So it's like
Did you pick a winner?
Oh, a winner? Kansas City goes back to back.
Bucks, because Tom Brady does so good against young quarterbacks.
I'm planting my flag. San Francisco 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo does it.
Okay. Wow, we have some really hot takes.
I'm
Sizzling.
hopping on the 49ers bandwagon
Hot
this year.
pancakes.
They're going 13-3 and it's revenge tour for the 49ers this year.
Oh, okay. I like that storyline. All right, gentlemen.
All right, gentlemen. This was fun.
Until next time.
Until next time.
If there's ever sports.
They will come back. I'm optimistic. The NBA said today that they're going to push off a decision until June. But they've already looked at Orlando and Vegas as potential spots to resume the season. They're pretty set on resuming the playoffs as well.
I feel like they're not going to come back till December.
I
feel like
want to
that's what they're
hear.
gonna end up
I want to
doing.
hear something from the NHL. Give me some kind of plan there.
Yeah, because the NBA has kind of been open about what they're doing. The NHL has kind of been quiet.
MLB's got to start soon. Just
Oh yeah, well
They've
that
said
whole
that they're
thing
gonna
came out
start
with
at the end of May, early June. Is
Just
what
yeah,
they
June will
said.
be spring training, and
just
then
yeah, they're not going to just get right into it and start playing regular season games. They can, so it's like they gotta get their ass in gear now.
And they've been like trying to get them training.
yeah, June's going to be their spring training. Then July comes, regular season games will happen, and they want the teams to be playing in their home stadiums too.
But when they
So-
start,
Not
you
happening.
best believe we're gonna be there.
100%.
We will be here.
And then there's NASCAR, whatever days this week.
All right,
don't give a fuck.
that's the end of the
That's
podcast.
it. Bye, guys.